What if I told you that a boy who plowed fields barefoot, without proper food or books, grew up to become one of the most respected scientists in the world? Sounds impossible, right? But this is not just a story. It's a lesson that no matter where you start, your determination can take you anywhere. This is the story of David, the boy who went from a plow to the lab. David was born in a small farming village in the Midwest. His family was extremely poor. His father worked long hours on rented farmland, and David often joined him, pushing the plow barefoot across rough soil. There were days when the family didn't even have enough to eat. While other children ran around carefree, David spent most of his childhood carrying tools, helping with crops, and working under the burning sun. But inside his tired body, a sharp mind was alive, constantly asking questions. Why do seeds grow differently in different soils? Why do machines break so easily? Why does everything have to be so hard for farmers? These were not simple questions from a child. These were sparks of a scientist waiting to be born. At night, after working in the fields, David would sit by a kerosene lamp and read old second-hand books. He had no electricity, no internet, no guidance. But he had an unstoppable hunger to learn. Many times his classmates made fun of him. You're just a farm boy. What can you ever become? Farmers stay farmers. But David didn't listen. He believed knowledge was his only way out. One year, his father fell sick during planting season. With no money to hire help, David knew the family would lose their crop. That night, he sketched an idea. Using old bicycle parts and scrap metal, he built a small manual plowing machine. It wasn't perfect, but it saved time and effort. When the neighbors saw it working, they were stunned. For the first time, David realized he had the power to solve real problems through science. David wanted to study further, but his family couldn't afford the tuition. So he went to the local high school principal and said, "Sir, I don't have money, but I'll clean classrooms, sweep the floors, just let me study." Impressed by his determination, the principal arranged a scholarship. David would work part-time and study the rest of the day. He studied harder than anyone else. While others partied, David was buried in books, physics, chemistry, engineering. David entered a state-level science fair with a project called solar-powered water pump. His design could help farmers irrigate fields without electricity. Judges were amazed. Newspapers wrote, "Farm boy creates machine to change farming forever." That was the beginning of David's journey. David won more scholarships and eventually entered a top American university. But life there wasn't easy. He worked nights in a diner washing dishes to pay his bills, then studied late into the night. Sometimes he ate only one meal a day, but his vision kept him alive. One day I will make life easier for farmers like my father. Years of research finally led him to create an affordable, solar-powered tractor, small, efficient, and perfect for poor farmers. His invention gained international recognition. David became a respected scientist, winning awards and recognition, but he didn't stop there. He returned to rural communities teaching young kids about science, and proving that education is the strongest weapon against poverty. In his speeches, he always said, "I started with nothing. No shoes, no money, no books. But I had one thing, belief." And that belief turned a farm boy into a scientist. David's story is proof that success is not about where you start, but where you decide to go. A boy who once pulled a plow barefoot went on to pull humanity forward with his inventions. So the next time life tells you you can't, remember David, the farm boy who proved that with determination, even the poorest soil can grow the richest dreams.